This morning, one of my colleagues asked me an interesting question. She asked, how has being disabled prepared you for COVID-19? I thought about that for a little bit, and a couple things popped into my head. The first one is, being home alone all the time, being sequestered is not new to me. Because of my mobility issues, I need a really good reason to leave the house. Now, yeah, I do get cabin fever. I want to go out and enjoy a nice little change of venue, go to a restaurant. So some of those things I'm really missing. But for the most part, being at home all the time is something I've learned to deal with. Now, it's different because my wife and my boys are home now, too. And that adds definitely a different dynamic. But I'm probably not feeling the stress of not running around all the time or always being outside the house. I'm not feeling that as much as everybody else is. So I've got that going for me. The next thing is, I've had to rely upon other people for many, many years now. And I still encounter people every single day that really have resistance to asking for help with anything at all. Whether it's simple advice or instructions or even how to cook something. There are some people that are just so determined to do everything on their own that they would much rather be frustrated, beat themselves up a lot, feel like a failure, all because they don't allow themselves the basic right to reach out to other people. Because we're social beings. We were born to be village people, not from the 70s village people, but to live in a village together, to work as a unit, to work as a community. And Western culture and their rugged idealism has really, really ruined our heads when it comes to that. Because the reality is we need to get back to community. We need to get back to looking out for each other and looking out to each other so that we can become better through our combined efforts. So that's the second thing I got going for me. The third one is I've had to learn how to be pretty resourceful when it comes to solving the problems that everybody else just seems to be able to navigate smoothly. Not only in terms of mobility, but in terms of comprehension, in terms of memory, because with my ADHD, dyslexia, the fogginess that comes with the MS, navigating the world can be confusing sometimes. And I've really needed to use technology to compensate or work around those different challenges. In fact, one of my clients nicknamed me King of the Workaround because I've come up with so many creative solutions for getting things done. Things to help me read, to write, to remember, to organize. Without those things, if I was stubbornly refusing any kind of accommodation and saying, no, I'll figure it out myself, I would be responsible for holding myself back in dozens of ways simply because I chose pride over practicality. So I love my technology. I've even joked to people that this is a great time in human history to be disabled because of the communication we have available to gain resources, find a support community for ourselves that doesn't have to be local. It can be online. A lot of the people I get support from aren't even in my country. So technology has been a tremendous gift for people that have a hard time getting out and reaching out simply because geography makes it difficult. So I want to encourage you to reflect upon some of the things I've shared. If you have friends that have physical disabilities or learning disabilities who've really accepted it and embraced the accommodations the world provides, I encourage you to check in with them and ask them, how are you managing this time? Do you have any advice for me for how I can more smoothly navigate this time of quarantine? You may just get some of the best advice you've ever heard, but you never thought to ask them the question. So give it a shot and let me know how it goes. I might learn something too. So thanks for listening. I hope this has been helpful. And remember, no matter what's happened in your life, you're good enough. And thanks for being you.